Good afternoon, YouTube. As promised, the up-close and personal video of the Nubeo Skylab. So I have reviewed this watch multiple times on this channel, and if you guys have been following me for a while, if you're one of the almost 24,000 subs, I want to thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. It's been a pretty cool journey being able to share products and get free products and make this a little side business. So without you guys, this would never happen. So I do appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the videos. And so with that being said, I want to start doing these videos in this new format. Now, I'm still going to do the standard reviews with me in the shot, in the frame. But some folks really just want to see the watch. And I want to make sure these cool, fun watches get the exposure they deserve. I don't want you guys to look at my video and say, I wish you would have showed more of the watch, Phatkat, because I get it. I'm trying to crack out a video in 10 minutes and give you the information and show you what the watch looks like on the wrist, which I think is important as well. But there are the folks who aren't really interested in subscribing, right? They're not really interested in any of the other products or me at all. They just want to see this watch because maybe they're on the fence about buying it, and I want to give the watch everything that it deserves. And these watches are very cool. So this is Nubeo Skylab. I have reviewed different colors of this watch, but all those other watches had the silicone or rubber strap. And you guys know I am a bracelet guy. So this watch has been available for a while now, and I didn't really request one until recently. And I guess I just kind of figured that, hey, I already have some Skylabs, and I wasn't really going to be blown away. And I tell you, I'm really glad I got this. This watch just really screams high-tech. It screams expensive. I don't know if it's just how chiseled it is or how simple the watch is as far as the design. And when I'm doing this up-close video, I'm just kind of shooting from the hip here, right? I don't have all the specs in front of me. I do know it has a Miyota movement. It does have, I believe, a sapphire crystal. But the way that you tell time on this is basically from this section right here. So we have 0 minutes and we have 60 minutes. And I'm going to unscrew the screw-down crown. As the watch turns, you tell time on the, we'll call it one of these three-pointed stars, on the section that's within this area in here, right? So like right now, you can see it's 3 o'clock. It's 3:30, it's 3:45, and as we get closer to 60, you jump back. It's almost like retrograde. You jump back to the 0. Now it's 4:30. Now it's 5. Now it's 6. And that's how you tell time with this. Screw down crown, of course, excellent. All 3/16 stainless steel. Love, love, love the bracelet on this. I like that they did Nubeo, and I like that they listed the model, Skylab, right on there, This bracelet really, I think, really sets the watch apart. Dual push button deploying clasp, all 3/16 stainless steel. When I talk about check boxes in a watch, this, all these watches in the market, there's so many that are just fantastic. And price on this, about $430. If you want to get it on silicone, you got to pay a little less, $330. I think this watch, honestly, is the best version of the Skylab. They're cool, don't get me wrong. They're cool on silicone or rubber. They're very bright. They're very fun. But this really takes it to the next level. If they would have done this on a 3-link, it just wouldn't have the same look. It's very high-tech looking. And I think this watch really sort of represents what Nubeo's theme is, which is space, right? It's space. And when we think of space, we think of technology and being high-tech. And this one is basically modeled after, like, I think the Skylab space station. And they have some design aspects, like the floor of the space station is kind of like this honeycomb pattern. This, three-pointed star is probably something within that space station as well. But it just really is a very unique timepiece. I love how the case is just super chiseled, and they've done a combination of brush finishing, sandblasted finishing, and mirror polish finishing. It's as simple as you can get, very clean, very basic, and it's just very unique. Again, it would not look the same if it had a standard just 3-link bracelet. I love that they did this like one style link, how it tapers down. It is super cool. This bracelet kind of reminds me of what you'd find like on a Rado or some of those, I think Movado did this as well. I'm sure there's many other brands that do this, but it is just, I think, the best version. When I think of all the Skylabs, they make different colors. They make, blue and red, and that's great too. But I think this one here really just makes the watch. It really screams high-tech, clean, simple, and very unique. And anybody who wears this is definitely going to be a compliment getter or just a conversation starter. So let's talk about check boxes. I believe this has, if I remember correctly, sapphire crystal. We have a screw down crown. We have a Miyota movement. It is automatic, screw on case back. Beautiful dual push button deployment milled clasp. I mean, it's got everything, every checkbox you would possibly want in a watch this has. And, you know, this is not unique. There are many, many watches that do this. And my point in mentioning this is because buy a watch that makes you happy, that you get excited about, that you like. If this watch, like my dad, he's like, no. My dad's like, no way. He was like shaking his head in disgust. Not my dad's style. He is traditional. He likes a traditional watch. And I do too. But, you know, if you're a watch collector and you enjoy unique, different timepieces, you're always looking to scratch that next itch, this one is a great option for you. And Nubeo really does these themed watches well. It is awesome. There's not really much else to say about it. I mean, it's just a very unique timepiece. And wearing it on the wrist, it just has a very, I don't know, it just has a very expensive vibe to it. I absolutely love it. I love when watches get away from being round, you know. It's big, it's bold, it's definitely going to get noticed on the wrist, it's chiseled. They did a great job with this, and I think they were wise to, the original Skylabs did not have the bracelet, right? And I've been saying for a long time, Nubeo needs to start making bracelets for all their watches. And I think that, you know, they do bracelets that are plated. I think you're going to find, due to the popularity of these watches, I think you're going to find them re-releasing some of the, you know, like the plated versions, like the red, the blue, the purples in matching bracelets. And that would really, I think, you know, if you're, what I like about bracelet is that I can guarantee you that in 20 years, this watch is going to look just as good as it does today. Now, if you wear it every single day, of course, you're going to get scratches, but you have everything you need to make a watch really last forever. 316 stainless steel is my go-to when it comes to a watch. I'll always take 316 over for a bracelet over like any kind of leather or you know, any kind of material whatsoever. The other great thing about this watch, I've said it in the other videos, is that even if you have this watch and you don't have it on bracelet, you can reach out to Nubeo, and I'm pretty sure they will sell you this bracelet so you can put it on. Maybe you bought this watch in stainless steel, and you know it's a standard lug width. So even if you don't go to Nubeo, if you have a silicone strap Skylab, and let's say one day you fall, you break the watch, it dry rots, whatever the case, you're not going to be with just like a paperweight. You know, you can buy any standard lug. I think this is like 24 millimeters, maybe 26. You can find straps. You'll always be able to find a bracelet strap for this watch. And that's, I think, if you're looking at the different colors, I think if you are worried about, you know, the longevity down the road, sometimes some of the Nubeos have a proprietary strap. And, you know, these are limited edition. They're not always going to make them. And if you had a problem, like, I'll give you an example. This Dominator Del Mar I just reviewed, this is a proprietary strap. If this fails, this is probably just going to be a paperweight. Whereas this, no matter what happens, I mean, you know, on bracelet, you're never going to have this fail. But, you know, unless you like fall with it or like you bend it or, you know, something like that. But it's durable, and I'll always take a bracelet style watch over a silicone or rubber strap watch any day of the week. But I do like these style watches as well, but I do prefer, I think Nubeo, I've said it many times, I don't know if they listen to my videos, but I think they should really, when they're making their watches, they should really focus on doing standard lug widths, right? This way that no matter what happens down the road, you will always be able to get, maybe it's not a Nubeo bracelet or a Nubeo strap, but you'll always be able to find a way to put a strap on it and be able to still enjoy the watch, right? So that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If I can answer any questions about these whatsoever, don't hesitate to ask. I'm here for you. And if you do pick one up, let me know. If you do decide to pick one up, please use my link. It does help to support the channel. And I thank you for your generosity in subscribing to Phatkat Collections and watching me over the years. Take care, guys.